You already know that you need content for your business, but sometimes it can feel like this never ending marathon. See, you think to yourself that you need to be all the places and make sure that you're saying all the things. And then it can start to feel like this great juggling act. And eventually you might think to yourself, oh, I just can't do it today. So today in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you the key content hacks that you need so you can stay consistent and save time. Content creation is not optional because it's how new people come into a customer journey with you. That's how they're going to know what it is that you do, how it is that you serve. And so what you need to do in your content is say everything you'd want to say until you feel like you've said it enough, and then say it some more. But there's ways to do that strategically so you don't feel like you're repeating yourself exactly all the time, and your audience doesn't feel like you just make the same post all the time. In this video, I'm going to be giving you all of those tips. My name's Anita, and I'm a video marketing and social media strategist. I help business owners just like you get more visible via video marketing and content repurposing. All right, here we go. Hit the like button so we can get started. You really want to implement the things in this video so that you can really move your business forward. Hack number one is content planning. You want to make sure that you are planning your content so that you actually know what it is that you should be talking about. Now, some of you aren't planning anything at all. You're thinking to yourself, oh, what should I post today? And you're not really sure. Others of you might have a content calendar, but you don't quite know what to put in the calendar, or that habit falls off pretty quickly. Here's what I want to help you do is plan your content. Ultimately, to really plan your content, you're going to want to come up with what your main content buckets are. Now, I usually recommend that these are 2 to 4 main points that you share within your content. For me, I talk about video marketing, content repurposing, and social media strategy. Everything I talk about falls into one of these 3 buckets. And we can see that as I continue to share content within these buckets, there's so much I could talk about. Just take video marketing, for instance. I can talk so much about getting started, getting confident behind the camera, what light you should use, what camera you should use, where you should put your videos, the difference between live and recorded videos, different types of video. Oh wait, I have talked about some of this, and I'm going to link some of the videos in the cards and in the description for you if you're looking for more info on these topics. But ultimately, it is all part of my content plan. So once you have come up with your 2 to 4 buckets of information that you're going to talk about, you're then going to get out a calendar. There are 4.3 weeks within every month. And honestly, you could give each month a theme. You could then give each week within the month a sub-theme, and you could assign different types of content to different days. So for instance, my YouTube videos are going live on Tuesdays. So I know that on Monday, I'm sharing about that there's a new video coming. On Tuesday, I'm promoting the video that I'm sharing. On Wednesday, I'm sharing content relevant to what I talked about within that video. And you get the idea. It gives me an opportunity to really keep my content consistent because I have a plan with what it is I'm going to talk about. But also, it makes sure that I'm continuing to share the key information that my ideal clients really need to see from me. The type of information that's going to let them know what it is that I do and how I can best help them. This is absolutely vital to others finding what it is that I do. See, just because people follow you doesn't mean that they're going to know exactly what you do if you don't keep talking about it. You don't want to just copy and paste the same post over and over again, but you absolutely want to keep your front of mind buckets of content in a good rotation so that any given post that people come to, they know what it is that you do, who it is that you serve, and how you do that. Sometimes this content can be implicit, and other times it can be an explicit call to action where you are telling them, this is what I do, message me if you want more information. However you do it, make sure that you are continuing to share about what it is you do. Nobody is going to know what your business is or why they need you if you don't talk about it. So planning is key to keep you consistent and to ensure that your messaging stays on brand. Hack number 2 is mastery. See, I know that you think you need to be all of the places, but in reality, you will find that if you try to be all of the places online, Facebook and Instagram and LinkedIn and YouTube and a podcast and a blog, and we could keep that list going on, you will find very quickly that you're giving a lot to a lot of places, but the end result isn't creating the type of content that you would like. You don't need to be everywhere sloppy and haphazard. You do, however, need to be exactly where your ideal client is. So I encourage you to start with one platform that you think that your ideal client is on and go all in on that platform. Really make sure that everything that you're sharing is key to your messaging. Really try to grow a following there. Really dive into all of the different features of that platform so you can get the most mileage within that platform. Doing this will allow you to master the platform. And at that point, you can start actually delving into other platforms. There's some tips I'm going to give you and the upcoming hacks of this video that are going to tell you how to get to those other platforms easily and with time-saving tips. But know that even with some of those hacks, each platform has its own requirements that you really want to use to make sure that you're getting the most from that platform. So stay tuned for those hacks, but keep in mind, you want to master and then add. Okay. I couldn't make a content hack video without giving you hack number 3, content repurposing. I've done videos already on my channel on what is content repurposing and why you should repurpose your content, and I'm going to link those in the cards and down below. But what I want you to know is that content repurposing is not copy and paste. You want to make sure that you're taking the content that you have and you are leveraging that content to use it in other places. That doesn't mean taking the same video and posting it everywhere exactly as it is, but it does mean taking the content that you've made and distributing small pieces of it. For instance, this video will be turned into small clips that I can share on social posts. It will inspire copy that ends up on my Instagram and Facebook feeds. It's going to allow me to be able to share this content within a blog on my website. All of this is content repurposing. But what I want you to know is you don't have to copy and paste the same thing over and over and over again. You do, however, want to repackage what it is that you're doing in bite-sized chunks for other platforms. I have a guide that teaches you the 25 top ways to repurpose your content, and of course, I'm going to link that below. That is free 25 actionable steps that are going to help you really make the most of what you're doing, which absolutely is going to give you more time and help you be more consistent. Hack number 4, I want you to set deadlines. I know sometimes we can get stuck in the weeds of content creation. You might be spending all of your time trying to figure out the different points to the video you want to create or exactly what you want to write in that blog post. And you can dive down the rabbit hole of research. Maybe you got stuck a little before that. Maybe you are spending all of your time researching what light to use for your video or what camera is best to film. However, know that you can get started with exactly the camera that you have and exactly the light that you have, even if all you have is a window. You can do absolute great things with what you already have. What matters is the value of content that you provide. You want to make sure that you really are managing your time well and not letting content creation take over all of your time. So I encourage you to set deadlines and timers when necessary. I use tomatotimers.com, which will allow you to set 25-minute timers that are then followed by a 5-minute break. When I'm looking at scripting a YouTube video or doing research on topics, I will set a timer because I know I can get lost in all of the ideas. And so I set a timer. At the end of that timer, whatever I accomplished is what I accomplished. Because as a business owner, I have a lot of things that I need to do, both for myself and for my clients, and I'm a mom and a wife. I can't spend all of my time planning my next YouTube video. So we've got to be strategic with time, give focused time to the task, and then move on. Hack number 5 is batching content. You want to try and chunk up your content creation. Now, this doesn't mean blocking an entire day and batching out hundreds of social media posts or just making graphics, but it does mean setting a set amount of time so that you can actually accomplish a task. Part of how I film my YouTube videos is batch filming. So I go ahead and get all of my content ideas ready, my basic script outlines ready, and then I take some time and I film them all in a row. As a busy mom with a 3-year-old, I have to be really strategic about the time that I spend filming. For me, Saturday mornings are a great time to do this because my son can be with my husband and they can go on fun adventures, just the two of them, keeping the house quiet so I can film, and that's how I get it accomplished. You can also start small with this effort by batch filming your Instagram story videos or making your Instagram reel videos. You even can schedule out your social media posts for the week or go ahead and write those emails and blog posts and have them scheduled. Most of my clients are spending approximately 2 hours a month batch filming their YouTube videos, and then they hand them off to me where I do all the rest. This allows some of my clients to fit in their content creation among the busy schedules that they have, and all of their content is coming from the videos that they create and content repurposing. Remember, your message needs to be consistent. Your average ideal client needs to hear from you 5 to 18 times to even know what it is that you do and to be convinced that you are the person that they like, know, and trust and want to work with or buy your product from. Know that even if you're doing your very best, your whole audience is not seeing every social media post that you create. So simply relying on social media for your content isn't going to give you the results you want. When you're linked to search, it allows the very people who are looking for you to find you. Now, right here on your screen, there is a video that teaches you more about content repurposing. Click the video so you can dive into learning more about that time-saving skill. Don't forget to subscribe and share this video with anyone that you think needs these hacks. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.